We've started off on a bit of a red note for the day, which really isn't that big of a deal. Of course, when we're going to have days like SHIB has had, where they're big, solid, nice green movements to the upside, you're going to have some times where there's profit taking, where there's questions about what the next direction in the charts is going to be. And that's the big question here. But I do want to talk about actually a really bullish formation that is building for SHIB. This has led us to some extended prices before. We also need to talk about this 79% of Shiba Inu holders. This actually marks a new record. We're going to talk about all that and more in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. It's been growing like crazy, and it's all because of you guys. So yeah, we are seeing some red today. There's some profit taking. There's a little bit of, again, retail PTSD. They haven't just quite pushed in completely yet. And that's okay. That's okay if there is some hesitance, because right now there is some confidence on the BTC side. Right now we're at about 107.2 or so. Third straight green day, broken out above that 20-day moving average. That's exactly what we need to see from Bitcoin. Now we just need all coins to follow. We need some resilience there. And what I will say is SHIB has been doing a pretty good job of showing some strength here. In fact, if we kind of zoom in, what we can see Shiba Inu is trying to do right now is actually build a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders. It's trying to create kind of this extension, all right, this breakout to the upside, a run to some next highs, all right. Now, last time we did this, guys, was back here in the early part of April. You guys can see Shiba Inu did the exact same thing before we started getting some of those extended moves. Obviously, we came down on some of these shakeouts in the market, war news, tariff news, yada, 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 the same garbage that we've heard time and time again. But it's nice to see us kind of build in the same formation. There's something actually on the SHIB ETH chart that I need to show you guys, which is huge. And I'll get to that in a later video because there's a few other things I want to focus on here. But really, what's helping SHIB a lot here is ETH has been seeing a lot of inflows, okay? And we're seeing huge conviction from Shiba Inu holders. First of all, institutional money this week, again, just big buying taking place, both on the Bitcoin side and the Ethereum side. Yesterday was another $70+ million day in terms of spot Ethereum ETF net flows. BlackRock bought almost $100 billion worth. So you're seeing huge accumulation there. And actually, what I will say right now is at the time of filming this video, SHIB is actually having a better day than Ethereum. SHIB is down 0.38%. ETH is down 0.85%. So that might be a little bit of a sign of what's to come here. And I'll talk about that again more in a later video, but we're doing some important retests around the space like we've talked about. We're seeing the same thing from the total 3. We're trying to build that inverse head and shoulders here the same way. We're fighting that 200-day moving average. So that is a great spot to be currently. And something I want to say for SHIB is that we have had major conviction right now, because we have actually seen us climb to 79% of holders that have held for 1 year or longer. This is a new all-time high, and this does show you that there is extreme conviction when it comes to Shiba Inu right now. What we've also seen is that 20% of holders have held between 1 to 12 months, and only 1% of holders have held for less than a month. So right now, SHIB is actually holding up in terms of price without major speculation taking place. That's good, because when speculation takes place, that is when prices begin to move. So a lot of the accumulation you're seeing right now is probably some of the people that have been here for a while, helping defend price, building out their positions. And that's a good thing to see. And we're slowly but surely seeing the number of holders on the climb. All right. Another new all-time high yet again today. Not really a surprising thing. So we're continuing to take these steps forward while we're seeing big conviction from holders. That's a pretty big deal. That's exactly what we want to see right before times get lively. Again, the big thing we just need is, just need confidence in the market to resume. What I will say here is all meme coins in general have been kind of quiet. Not a whole lot going on. I will say at least a nice thing. Most visited, SHIB has fallen in the top 5 most visited meme coins over the last 24 hours. I'm not sure. No, that'd be recently added there. So that's at least good. Still at a very high point of relevance. It's actually higher on the chart than Doge. It's higher down there than Trump coin. Some other ones that have had obviously higher daily volume. So stability is what we're seeing. That's a great sign. Something I did want to point out here. We are building a little bit of a head and shoulders on the total market cap of meme coins. So hopefully that's nothing that does anything. But SHIB kind of having a modest 7 days here, along with most others. Most are within 2, I'd say 2% either direction. So this is all frankly looking pretty good. Big thing we don't want in the market today or tomorrow or the next day is surprises. Don't want surprises. That is not good. Now, obviously, like I talked about yesterday, we're fighting that 20-day moving average. And I did want to point out actually the EMA and the SMA right on top of each other. Guys, this is the real moment where SHIB has an opportunity to make some extensions to the upside. We were doing the same thing again back here in April. We were trying to fight this, and then finally we had our moment where we broke through. It's just a question of, again, is retail confidence enough? Are we doing enough to make that step forward? So that's what I would pay attention to here. I'll talk about, again, that SHIB ETH chart more in a different video. There's a few things that we really need to discuss there that make me think it might be time for people to wake up. So appreciate you guys as always. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.